A little bit of everything kind of wrapped up into that Vegas victory over Toronto, and obviously a lot of blue and white fans in the stands last night at T-Mobile to see Mitch Marner take on his former club.
Well, we flew in yesterday, and the flight was all Leaf fans. The entire flight was all Leaf fans, and the building had to be 40% Leaf fans. So it was odd. The crowd wasn't behind the Vegas Golden Knights at all. So, but Jack Eichel was one of the best hockey players in the National Hockey League. He was the difference last night.
So Mitch will play back in Toronto next Friday. So I'm curious now, and of course you've experienced as well the pressures, the profile of being the president, general manager in Toronto. You've been in other places as well. So it's an interest, and Brad Marchand kind of threw a shot at the Leaf fans. Well, you ran Mitch Marner out of Toronto. So, Mike, we're talking about arguably the greatest Leaf ever to grow up in the GTA, Mitch Marner, and how you saw whatever him having to leave, choosing to leave, why it played out the way it did. What was your take on it?
Well, first off, I think Mitch Marner was one of the best Leafs ever, like you said. Not just born in the GTA. He's a great Toronto Maple Leaf. He's a great kid. Now, there's reasons people got sour at him at the end. I get that. I don't understand the booing, but it's going to happen. You just might as well argue against the Tide coming in. They're going to boo him, and it's not right, and I hope he doesn't get booed, but he's going to, for life.
Yeah, I always look at those situations, Berkey, and when he comes back to his hometown next week to play for Vegas, I always look at those situations almost like Gretzky. Okay, if the GOAT, as he did when he was with the Kings, goes back to Edmonton, a tremendous fanfare, great video tribute, takes a lap around the ice, everybody cheers and everybody stands, and I think that's what they will do and should do for Mitch Marner. And then after that, Berkey, it's no holds barred. It's like last night. Every time he touches the puck, I'd expect him to get booed. Is that kind of the way you would expect it to play out next week?
Yes, exactly how I expected to play out. And if I was there, I'm not going to be there at that game. If I were there, I'd be cheering for Mitch at the start.